Hey girl, so let's talk about how to heal as a single mom. Girl, I ain't heard enough people talk about this, so we are about to get into it. This is a long video, so save this video, come back and watch it, save it for later. We gotta talk. Healing as a single woman versus healing as a single mother is a completely harder experience. The reason it's hard is because when you still gotta deal with the man who cheated on you, lied to you, did all the stuff with you, and y'all have created living human beings or one living human being. Not only that, it is a constant reminder when you see your BD of what didn't work out. I don't care what nobody say. Low key, it's just like a dang. So, girl, I'm going to talk to y'all about my healing journey, just healing as a single mother, because it has been challenging. It has been very rewarding, though. I'm not heartbroken anymore, but for years, I was heartbroken. For years, I actually was stuck. And so for any mother who is heartbroken right now, you've been cheated on by your man, and like you have a kid, y'all have a house, whatever the case may be going on, I want to share what I went through, and hopefully it'll help you. So in the beginning, when everything happened, I was stuck and I had no self-worth about myself. And I was with this man. I had a baby with him. We've had so much things happen. And I really did love him. It's just like he was cheating, sleeping with different women. It was always something that was going on. And when I finally got pregnant with our son, he actually ended up being in another relationship. And once he got in another relationship, I was forced to try to figure myself out. Now, I'm not even gonna hold you, like this man was taking care of me. He was doing a lot of stuff for me. So once all that stuff stopped, I actually ended up going back to work. So girl, I'm literally pregnant with my one baby, got the other baby in daycare, and girl, I'm telling you, it is a struggle. At this time, I started to start my business. It was a makeup business, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for myself, but inside I was hurt. I was deeply hurting, and I didn't know what the future of my life would look like anymore. I'm not gonna lie. And I wasn't trying to be okay with the fact that he was in a new relationship. He was being mean to me. He was like, I'll block you. And I was just like, dang, didn't I have your whole kids? Like, what you talking about, you gonna block me? It was not something I wanted to go through. And for years, I battled this shame of, oh, I'm the reason that he left. Now, granted, I was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I had my own flaws as well. But I'm just like, the pain of having a baby with somebody, and like I gave you a baby, I gave you mostly everything, every part of me, my heart, my mind, my soul, because before I even had a baby, I gave all of me to you, and I stopped what I was doing and I got lost in you. And so for me to give you a baby, I look different. I'm not even who I used to be. And then you just decide to leave me. It was difficult. And one of the things that made it less difficult, honestly, is when I gave my life to God and I started to realize that it was a purpose for my life. But it was hard. It was hard doing the drop-offs and the pickups. It got to a point where it wasn't between me and him anymore. It was between me and his mom. But it got hard being around his family, his mother. It got hard just knowing that my kids was probably going to another woman's house. It got really hard for me at one point. I'm not going to lie. And I didn't even feel like at one point I was going to be able to recover, because I couldn't believe it was my life. And I'm just like, this man really left me. My healing journey consisted of a lot of crying and a lot of praying. And it was times where I tried to date as well. And I met men, but I was too hurt. I really was. I was hurt. I was broken. And it was like men were also trying to use me and still trying to treat me less than I was worth. But at this time, I also still didn't really know my worth. So I was at this place where I had kids, but I'm like, I just want somebody to love me. I just want somebody to come and choose me, because the man who I had the baby with, he left me. So like, you know, I wasn't being a pygmy, but when it came down to relationships or men who were coming to me, I was trying to prove to them why they should stay or why I was good enough for them. Now, don't judge me, but I'm just keeping it real. My heart was hurting, and I really had this deep hole. I'm like, gee, I really wanted love. I really want family. I still want family, but I'm never going to have my family back. And that was the biggest part of my healing journey, because I'm like, okay, I'm never having my family back. But I also had to realize this is not my fault, and I had to really, really forgive myself. There are some days I even have now where I'm just like, I can't believe I'm a single mom. Like, I can't believe I'm literally going through this. So how did I actually heal? One, I really gave my life to God, and I started to get serious about God. So once I got serious about God, my whole perspective even on parenting and mothering changed, because I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all. Like, my mom was a great mom. She definitely took care of us. She made sure we had education. We went to school in nice areas. But I will tell you this, like, my mama was not super affectionate all the time. And it was just certain things that I was also mimicking, honestly, in my own parenting journey. And so it really challenged the way that I started to mother my children once I gave my life to God and learned what motherhood and all this type of stuff should be like. But then not only that, it came down to a point where I took time to actually heal. And I had joined a coaching program. It was a period where I literally like only focused on myself, only focused on God. And then I went on my for real 3-year healing journey. And when I tell you I dealt with the pain of the past and the lies that I felt and everything I learned from that relationship, with being cheated on, with being lied to, with being betrayed, with having another woman call my phone. And I really had to sit with myself for a really long time and just feel the pain and feel how I felt and really cry out to God and really journal and continue to try to go forward. So one thing that expeditiously helped me heal as a single mother was listening to new information. I didn't know what love was like. I thought that man loved me. He did not love me at all. I had a baby. I had babies with a man who did not love me at all. I had a miscarriage by a man who did not love me at all. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I thought those things were love. I thought the things he were doing for me, because at one point he was taking care of me. He was buying me this. He was taking me there. And I thought those things were love. They were not love. They were not love at all. So I had to learn, like, this man never even loved me. I never even saw what real love was like. And I also had to confront that I was repeating a lot of things that I had saw in my family. And so it gave me like this newfound grace and compassion to have for myself. It was hard when I had to move by myself. It was very hard when it was just me and my kids. It was so hard. Now, the dad, he definitely has helped out sometimes. Like, you know, I'm not going to tell you he helped every single thing, but he definitely has had times where he has helped. So he's not a deadbeat dad, but it still would just be like, dang, I'm moving up in my healing journey, and then here this man want to come get the kids. And that was something that was also, I'm still growing through, you feel me? And I'm still like learning through, but it's like, it was times when I was in the beginning of my healing journey, baby, you couldn't have told me. I just got done crying. I'm journaling and I'm like this. And then as soon as he called me about something with the kids, or as soon as he trying to come see the kids, girl, we getting into it. And it was so hard because for a long time, I felt so triggered seeing him. My goodness, girl, for years, I used to be triggered seeing that man, because I'm just like, you really did X, Y, and Z. Like, girl, when I tell you, it was always coming up in my mind. And so if he even breathed wrong at me to try to come pick up the kids, we was gonna get into it. Because like, no, you not gonna breathe at me like this about my son and my daughter, and you just da. Girl, I literally was there. And so like, I'm not perfect, obviously, but you know, I have grown, especially, you know, with a co-parent situation like with him, and just even accepting the fact, like, it's okay that he's going to move on and he's with someone else, because we're not meant to be together. And why would I even still want to be with a man who constantly has proven to me he doesn't want to be with me? He doesn't love me. And so even if he was with me, or I continued living with him, continued having sex with him, he's never going to change. He's never going to do things to actually try to love me. He's going to continue to try to hurt me. So that's not God's best for me. So girl, I literally had to learn how to love myself again. I had to really learn about what I deserved. And I had to learn what it was to love me and love myself. Like, girl, even outside of the kids, because you know, as a single mother, you always have your kids. And so a lot of the stuff is like, oh, the kids. But I had to learn to love me without the kids. I had to learn, what do I like without the kids? And when I figured me out as Star and just trying to figure out, okay, this is what I want to do for my life. This is where I want to live. This is how I want things to be. That is when my healing journey literally expedited. And so I started to create a life that was so beautiful that I didn't have time to keep worrying about my baby daddy anymore. Like, he's not the thought process of, oh, why I'm going to do this, or I'm not going to have love, or this and this and this and that. No, I learned to love myself. So I don't have to deal with those thoughts anymore. Like, those thoughts are not living in my head. So girl, if you are a single mother and you can relate to any of this, I am telling you, it is healing on the other side. Girl, I could not have once ever told you anything about that man without crying my eyes out. When I tell you, I don't see him negatively or any, you know, bad way. I mean, he did what he did, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's still their dad. I can't control the things that I've done. The only thing I control is to make better decisions going forward and not have 5 baby daddies. That's the only thing I can do. If you got 5, I'm sorry. But I'm just saying, for me personally, the only thing I can do is make sure that I don't do that. So once again, my name is Star Lashay, and I'm the CEO of Girl Start Over. Comment on this video if it was helpful to you. Bye, girl.